I'm Naimah Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
Ọlọ́dún ló máa mọdún rẹ̀ lọ́dún. First Eye to the Beat today, Yoruba 2024 Cultural Exchange Festival. Welcome to the 15th anniversary of the First Eye concert in the heart of Chicago. 2024 brings a celebration that speaks to the soul. We are diving deep into the roots of Yoruba heritage, exploring its global impact and vibrant spirit. From September 1st to September 6th, Chicago becomes a melting pot of culture and connection. Tí ọkùnrin, obìnrin, ọmọdé, àgbàlagbà á jọ wá papọ̀ láti ṣe àgbélárugẹ àṣà wa. I mean, whether you are a seasoned traveler or a curious explorer, there is something for you. Join us for immersive tours, thought-provoking discussions, and unforgettable performances. Àti pé nani, nani. Feel the pulse of the city as we gather at the Malcolm X College Auditorium. A day filled with reading, style, and inspiration. On September 7th, we come together for a grand finale cultural award gala night, celebrating the incredible women who shape our world. Àgbájọ ọwọ́ báyìí la fi ń sọ̀yà, kémi gbé, kí wọ́n gbé.
Radio. Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naimah Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naimah Latif, Executive Producer of the Female Solution Radio Show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, bonjour. In Spain, hola. In Italy, ciao. In Egypt, ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, akwaba. In Nigeria, peleo. In South Africa, sawubona. In Senegal, nangadef. In Kenya, jambo. In Israel, shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, Palestine, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all. Join us live on the on-air radio network. Call 727-731-5192. We want to talk to you. Yes, we do want to talk to you, and we want you to talk to us too. I'm Naimah Latif, and you are watching us live on the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. And today we want to talk to you about some fabulous manifestations that are happening as we prepare to take our message not only globally, but to connect with those who are also sharing powerful experiences and achievements. We're going to be joined by our dear brother from Nigeria later on in the show, who every year produces a fabulous gathering of international dignitaries and honors people who are making a powerful difference in the world. We'll talk about that. But right now, we're going to be joined with our co-host, Kareem Hamid, and we want you to call in on the on-air radio network, 727-731-5192, because we've got a special message for you. We'll be right back after this quick break and bringing on in our co-host, Kareem Hamid, and we're going to talk about the power of the media and changing the message. And that's what we're doing as we introduce First Eye Concept and a fabulous Yoruba festival that opens our minds to the realities that we're creating around the world. So we'll be right back after this quick break, and we invite you to stick and stay. Don't stray away. As always, we'll be right back, and we invite you to share this message today. So we want you to call a friend and tune on in. We'll be right back. Stay with us. The Female Solution Global Radio TV show invites you to an invigorating, empowering, interactive conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Gathering of the Griots with Asada. Wednesdays, Repairing Family Relationships with Naimah and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Veggie Brunch Live with Angela. Fridays, Health and Well-Being with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Global Talks with Zana. Second Saturday, Walk in Your Divine Authority with Mama Joy. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. Fourth Saturday, be a judge on the virtual Teens, Tweens, and Tots Talent Contest. And fifth Saturday, join us on location as we conversate at the Elevate Cafe, owner Jackie Brooks. Sundays, join us 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Go to thefemalesolution.com to join us on our video or audio live streaming platforms. Listen at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in on the Blog Talk Radio Network 515-605-9325 or call in and comment on the on-air radio network 727-731-5192. We want to hear from you. Yes, we do want to hear from you. And now we're going to hear from our co-host,
Kareem Hamid, and we're excited because we get an opportunity to see you as well as hear you today. Our blog talk station is under construction, and this is why we are introducing and expanding the on air radio network so people can call in. So, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, Naimah. Praise be to Almighty God. And I'm grateful to join you this Wednesday for the broadcast of the Female Solution. All praise is due to Almighty God Allah. And it looks as though we have a wonderful lineup this morning. I'm looking forward to hearing from our guest. Inshallah, God willing. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that we have done over the years is give people a vision of the power that we have in our hands as those who use the platform of the internet to tell a message. And we're excited specifically because we're being given the opportunity to take control of that which we use every day to share information. And this is one of the reasons why we constantly tell people to make choices as to what they're going to allow themselves to see and hear every day. We have the power to choose what we put in our minds. And so, years ago, when we first launched the Female Solution Global Radio TV show, we realized the importance of putting out a message that empowered people. And so, of course, we wanted people to see the world as a place that they could thrive and they could create. And so, when we launched the on air radio TV print network, and on air stands for Online Network of Associated Internet Radio Hosts. And what we sought was to expand and amplify the voices of enlightenment, we call them. People like yourself who are using the internet platforms as a means to share a message that enlightens people's minds and gives them a sense of empowerment to shape their future. So we've expanded this network, and every time we had difficulty with Blog Talk, we realized, okay, we want to have a way that people can talk to us as we do our show. So we expanded from the audio platform to a visual platform with Facebook and YouTube through StreamYard, which connects you to all of your social media platforms. And then we realized we need to have a connection to our audience that we have some control over so that we're not frustrated when something else doesn't work. So in developing that, we also realized that there are many people who have a message and would like to interact with those who are listening. So we produce the on-air radio network, and this gives our wonderful hosts a chance to interact with their listening and viewing audience, and also gives people a chance to participate in the programming. So we realize that when we can talk to each other and we can reason together, there really are no differences. There really are no enemies in this world. We just need to be able to talk to each other. And because the internet allows global communication in an instant, we could see the power of the possibilities. And so our guest today, who's from Nigeria, brings in a wonderful array of dignitaries and activists
and people who have a vision of making the world a better place. And so we'll talk about his company, First Eye Concept. And we're looking forward to being able to help those who have a vision to connect it to the global community in a way that is effective. Because we know that the things we see on network TV that frighten us or make us feel anxious or make us feel despair, they keep us in a state of fear. And when you're in a state of fear, you cannot think, you cannot create. And so anything that's creating fear that you're watching, you should choose not to watch it, because ultimately it's going to give you the impression that you're powerless against those who are doing things that you don't like. And that's not what we want people to believe. So we're excited because in September, we're launching the on-air TV network so that our daily shows can be seen on the big screen in your home. And we've got a lot of programming that we've done over the years. And many of our hosts have produced some very thought-provoking shows, some very information gathering shows. So we're going to share those with a viewing audience and give people a chance to have an alternative to what they see and hear that is depressing. So when we realize that all we have to do is learn a system and we can create, then we stop feeling like we're at the mercy of other people. And we stop believing that other people are more powerful than we are. Our voices are just as powerful and just as influential. And we have the same systems of sharing knowledge that everyone else has. So people like yourself, of course, are using those systems. And this is why we want to share the information of where people can go for alternative programming. So on our on-air network, we have an on-air radio TV guide, which is basically a recommendation of those that we feel are enlightening the public with their shows. And they are those who are known, unknown, seen, unseen, but very powerful in the message. Some of these we have featured on our television, radio show. Some who we've been on their show, and of course you can see yourself there. And the way this page works, you basically just tap on the photo and it gives you the link to that person's program. So there you are. People can just tap on your face and get the direct link to your show on the American Muslim 360 channel. And all of those who have programming that gives us a perspective that can change our view of life. We want people to see the world differently. And we want people to get out of fear, because fear is very disempowering. And fear keeps you from being able to think because you get into survival mode. So the shows on our on-air TV, radio TV guide are shows that are empowering, produced by communicators who have a dedication to upliftment, as opposed to the sensationalism of violence and distress, which you see on the unfortunate networks that choose to expound upon the worst that's happening in the world. So our, bless you.
Thank you.
So our aim is to change the narrative of what's happening in the world. The world is not getting better. It's reforming, it's reshaping, it's restructuring. And it's being restructured based on a loving, compassionate mode of treating people, not misusing their distress as a means to gain profit. And then, of course, we've got a daily news that you can tap right into. And every day we're giving you updates of programming. And as we know in the news, we've got a presidential candidate this year that is female. And so we're going to see some interesting dynamics. And those who feel that she is a better alternative to what the Republicans are promoting, they have a chance to hear her. And we're going to keep you posted. We'll be at the Democratic National Convention starting next week with our crew. And we've got some great commentators and reporters. Of course, we've got our own Mama D, who is part of our team. And we've got a fabulous team of reporters that keep us abreast so that we may get a chance to see and hear things from a different perspective. So we're excited because we have taken control of the means of information, and we've had a chance to give people a perspective. We were at the recent National Association of Black Journalists meeting and heard the the very entertaining shenanigans of former President Donald Trump. And so we had a chance to share that with our viewers, and we truly appreciate the fact that there is, in fact, a means of communication that can give people an alternative so that they will see the world differently and will make decisions based not on fear, but on empowerment, based on understanding that they do, in fact, have the ability to shape the world they live in. So, our on-air daily news reports daily, and you just go to onair.dailynews.com and get the updates. And of course, we're at onaireverywhere.com with our radio, TV, and internet. Our daily updates give you a chance to see a different perspective. And we invite you to go to those who are voices of enlightenment that are, in fact, changing the world with every program they produce. So we're very excited to expand this global network, and our media company gives many who are communicators a chance to put out a message that is empowering. So we wanted to share that with our listeners and viewers. And we certainly welcome suggestions. You can go to onaireverywhere.com and click on the contact us page and share your ideas and thoughts, and we'll correspond with you. But we're excited because when you feel a sense of empowerment, it's It's different than that feeling of fear of, oh, woe is me. Oh, they're treating us badly. Oh, how can we get them to be nice to us? Stop focusing on getting someone to be nice to you and take control of your circumstances. Demonstrate how to treat people by the way you're treating others, and take control of what you put out about yourself. These media platforms are openly available. And that's why we taught podcast training to our young people the past 2 semesters in conjunction with the Higher Learning Network TV show, because we want our young people to feel the sense of power and being able to talk to their peers around the world and shape a new reality in the future. So that's what we do. So, Brother Kareem, thank you for all you do and being a part of the process.
All praise is due to Almighty God. You know, the social media has been a blessing to us.
Yes, it has.
I mean, to be able to communicate globally that's a new phenomenon for the individual. Just
Yes.
everybody that is connected can share their opinion and insights and offer suggestions. It's a wonderful thing to have. Praise be to Almighty God.
Yes.
You know, our what we call mainstream media, it is owned by corporate interest.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't it strange how every major outlet follow the same formula? They follow the same subject matter.
They do. They do. We think it's by chance, but it's by choice. They're very strategic in what they choose to show us, because there is one agenda. And when you, like you say, if they're all owned by the same corporate interest, then that corporate interest is going to control all the networks, no matter what you're watching. And they all put out the same message.
Yes.
And this is why when you flick from channel to channel, you hear the same thing, even though they're coming out of different mouths. And that's been the big challenge for us, even getting in the industry. And when we attended the recent National Association of Black Journalists convention that was held here in Chicago, one of the issues that arises is, even though we have Black faces in front of the camera, sometimes behind the camera, it's still a challenge to change the message, because the message is controlled by the corporate interests that finance the stations. So if you want to say something about a horrendous thing that has happened, and you want to put it into the perspective of what is just and what is right, you may not be able to say what you want to say based on what the corporate interest wants the message to be. And, you know, I guess an example of that, we see what's happening when it comes to this war, all the wars, basically. I mean, whether it's the Russians and Ukraine, or whether it's Israel and Palestine, or even Sudan, where we don't really hear what is happening, and we're not motivated to address that in the way it needs to be addressed, if it's not in the interest of those who are benefiting from that war to keep it silent. And you can be the newscaster in front of the camera, but if you can't select what you want to report on, if you can't control what's being said, then
you're just a mouthpiece. That's all.
Mouthpiece. And we want to
mouthpiece.
Yes, that's unfortunately what, until we own and control our own networks, and that's what the on-air network is about, is owning and controlling the means whereby we can speak and we can say what needs to be said, and we can spread that message. Because now that people have right in their hands the communication device that they tune into moment by moment, all day long.
Yes.
We can speak to the world. And so what we say to the world is important. And that's why we want to make sure that the message we share is one of empowerment and hope and positive expectations so that people can know that the world is becoming better.
Yes, yes. They have what they call cancel.
Yes.
Yeah, cancel culture.
Yes. We don't like what you said. We're just going to cancel you. We don't let you speak. We're going to fire you from your job. We're going to X you out and make everybody think you're a horrible person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That has happened, and it can happen in an instant. And this is what a lot of times communicators fear, especially if they're working at these networks. If they say something and some interest group doesn't like it, it can be canceled.
That's right. If the sponsors don't like it, that's it. That's it. So that freedom of speech. Let's face it. It's in certain arenas it's limited.
Mm-hmm.
In certain areas, it is limited. You can't just say what you want to say when someone has hired you.
Absolutely.
To deliver their message.
They're paying you to say what they want you to say.
That's right. Totally.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll talk about some of the international things that we don't always hear about. But if we knew, we would see things differently. And we're going to talk there. And then, of course, later on joining us is our brother who is the creator of First Eye Concept. And we'll be right back after this quick break. So we invite you to stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be back in just a moment. So stay with us.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV show invites you to an invigorating, empowering, interactive conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Gathering of the Griots with Asada. Wednesdays, Repairing Family Relationships with Naimah and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Veggie Brunch Live with Angela. Fridays, Health and Well-Being with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Global Talks with Zana. Second Saturday, Walk in Your Divine Authority with Mama Joy. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. Fourth Saturday, be a judge on the virtual Teens, Tweens, and Tots Talent Contest. And fifth Saturday, join us on location as we conversate at the Elevate Cafe, owner Jackie Brooks. Sundays, join us 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Go to thefemalesolution.com to join us on our video or audio live streaming platforms. Listen at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in on the Blog Talk Radio Network 515-605-9325 or call in and comment on the On Air Radio Network 727-731-5192. We want to hear from you.
I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naimah. We're three Black moms.
And in case you didn't notice the resemblance, we're also three sisters.
We're going to be coming to you every week, sharing our successes and our mistakes as we navigate our lives as moms, wives, sisters, daughters, and of course, Black women in today's world.
We'll talk about it all. Race, politics, religion, economics, culture, and we'll take a look at everything from whether or not to use corporal punishment to
How do you teach your children about sex?
Look for our upcoming book, Growing Up Charles. It's a personal story about our lives growing up in Maple Park on Chicago's South Side. I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naimah. We're three Black moms. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Three Black Moms.
Ọlọ́dún ló máa mọdún rẹ̀ lọ́dún. Fẹ́ àìtútù gbé tutù dé. Yoruba 2024 Cultural Exchange Festival. Welcome to the 15th anniversary of the First Eye concert in the heart of Chicago. 2024 brings a celebration that speaks to the soul. We are diving deep into the roots of Yoruba heritage, exploring its global impact and vibrant spirit. From September 1st to September 6th, Chicago becomes a melting pot of culture and connection. Tí ọkùnrin, obìnrin, ọmọdé, àgbàlagbà á jọ wá papọ̀ láti ṣe àgbélárugẹ àṣà wa. I mean, whether you are a seasoned traveler or a curious explorer, there is something for you. Join us for immersive tours, thought-provoking discussions, and unforgettable performances. Àti pé nani, nani. Feel the pulse of the city as we gather at the Malcolm X College Auditorium. A day filled with reading, style, and inspiration. On September 7th, we come together for a grand finale cultural award gala night, celebrating the incredible women who shape our world. Àgbájọ ọwọ́ báyìí la fi ń sọ̀yà, kémi gbé, kíwọ gbé.
Yes, we are going to be at the 2024 Yoruba Cultural Exchange Festival, Gala and Awards, Saturday, that's September 7th. And I'm grateful to be one of the honorees as they celebrate Global Woman of Substance. And we're excited because our guest coming on at the 8 o'clock hour is the creator of this very powerful event that is a means of bringing together people of international cultures, but of course, Yoruba, which is West African culture, Nigerian. Of course, Yoruba is the people, I guess you'd say, the ethnic group. And we know that that expands beyond current boundaries of nation. And it's the language and culture of a people, very ancient. And this cultural exchange festival gives us some insight. But Ambassador Wole Duro-Lapido is joining us this morning to talk about the Yoruba Cultural Exchange Festival and how you can be a part of it. It's at the Malcolm X College here in Chicago, and we're grateful to be a part of that program. Last year, we had a chance to experience a very exciting presentation, and this year we'll see more of the same. You know, Chicago is an international city. And this season we've had event after event after event here in the city. Many different cultures are able to express themselves and display song, dance, art, music, food, you know, just so many things happening here that gives us a chance to appreciate the cultures of others. But the challenge that we have here in this city, as in other cities, when there is an extreme inequitable system, you have people that are angry. And they tend to be destructive because they feel like they're not being allowed to participate. And that's a mindset. You know, when we start feeling like they won't let us come to their event. Well, you know, what we've done traditionally, when people exclude us from things, we get our own and then we're fine.
That's
You
right.
don't need yours. We get our own. And so when we get that understanding, then we stop thinking that the solution to our problem is to get other people to treat us right. That's not the solution. The solution is to treat yourself right. The solution is to do for yourself. Do for self. Isn't that the message that we were taught decades ago? And so when we grasp that understanding, then we stop thinking that if we can make other people change what they're doing, then we'll solve the problem. If we can make these TV networks put out different news, then we can solve the problem. No, they have their agenda.
Right.
We have ours.
It's their news.
It's their news. That's right. So tell us a bit about the American Muslim 360 radio network that has been putting out positive programmings for, I guess it's been decades. I know I first got involved, I think it was back in 2012, which is, you know what, a couple of decades ago, pretty much. And the fact that it is able to help people understand Islam from a different perspective than what they've been given. And you know, tell us a bit about what went into the building of AM 360.
Okay, yes. The overall principle, the overriding principle upon which the community-wide Shura Conference, which is the parent company of American Muslim 360, the overall standard is a term called the group intellect. The group intellect. And that is drawn from the Islamic principle called Amrahum Shura Bainahum, which means mutual consultation. Almighty God says, handle your affairs by mutual consultation. So that gives everyone a voice, a voice. And usually the voice of the group is usually a better voice than the voice of the individual. So, and Almighty God has blessed all of us with certain talents, certain perspectives. And if we share those talents with each other and be respectful of each other, we can engage any problem that we're faced with. Because for one thing, although it is called American Muslim 360, yes, it is an excellent educational tool of the learning and the knowledge of the religion of Islam. But that's not its main function. Matter of fact, we are all faced with some of the same problems, regardless to your religious preference. The failed educational system in this country, the law and order, the crime, the economics, the unfair balance of economics. So we are all faced with the same problems. And we invite everyone, share your perspective, offer your solution also. And so there are a multitude of voices, even inside the Islamic community. There are diverse views. We're not a monolith, one cookie cutter when it comes to being individuals. So it's an opportunity to share what we call the group intellect. Let's hear from everyone on any issue or any, not just problems, even celebrations, congratulations for certain wonderful events. So although it is called American Muslim 360, the Muslim only means that we invite you, that we submit to Almighty God, and we invite you to share what God has blessed you with. God, he's not a, he's not just focused on one group or one set of people. He loves all of us, regardless of race, nationality, religion. He loves the whole of humanity. So you have special gifts, and we need one another. We know that as human beings, we need one another. We cannot operate on an island. No man is an island. It requires how can I say, help. The group application, confronting whatever we are confronted with. And we are similarly confronted with issues and ideas that affect all of us. So America Muslim 360 is an outlet for the sharing of those ideas, for the sharing of coming up with solutions that benefit the human being, regardless of race, religion, nationality, ethnic origin. We invite diverse opinion, and we invite everyone to please come on and let's share on the subject. Here's a subject that we have really aimed at. That is the sacred institution of marriage. Sister Munira Habil Omar, she has a broadcast that is entitled, "It's About Courtship and Marriage." And, as it presently stands, as an ethnic group, 70% of our households are single parent households. Now that's at the foundation. That's the foundation for healthy human community life. The family is the foundation. And we are 70% of our households are single parent. We have to address that. We must address that because our very future is at stake. Our existence as a viable entity is at stake. So we have to bring these issues to the fore and share with each other solutions to solve the horrendous condition we're in, whereby there's the separation of the male and the female, and they're not cooperating with each other in a wholesome home environment to produce healthy children. That's the product, children. Keep our eye on the future. What are we doing that can shape a better future for our children? So we are seriously addressing that issue. And also there's another program. It's called the 50-Year Human Family Planning. We come on air, we share our views, and these views are being compiled and archived. The best life is planned life. So we have to plan our life. Listen to the heading, Human Family Planning, a 50-year plan. Not just today, we have to be able to plan for the future.
Yes. Oh, I love that idea of 50-year plan.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the thing is, if you really want to change the future, you have to plan for a time when you're not going to physically be there,
That's right.
but those that you care about will. So, as you say, it's about the children and what kind of world are we creating for them, and what kind of world are we empowering them to create for themselves.
Yes.
So, when we have a 50-year plan, then that means we're looking forward. And just like when you plant a tree, you might not see it when it comes to fruition, and it's 50 feet tall, and it's sprouting fruit and all of that. You might not see it in your time, but those coming after you will benefit from its fruit. And so that's the kind of planning that we have to do. If we look at the world as it is, and we know that these are mean, insensitive, greed based systems, then we have to choose to create different systems, not try to mold our children to fit into oppression the way we had been conditioned to do during slavery, try to beat the spirit out of them so that they wouldn't be assertive or aggressive because we believed that we had to conform to a slave system in order to survive. We got to evolve out of that thinking.
Yes. Yes.
And that means we have to empower them to create a financial system that is fair and just and is about sharing and cooperation and not withholding from some in order to make others feel like they're better than them, and having this constant conflict between the haves and have-nots. That is not a sustainable system. That's why it's collapsing. That's why there's crime and violence.
Right.
So we have to empower our children to create something different. And we have to empower them to create a different educational system, not one that's based on propaganda and learning that one group of people invented everything and did everything and nobody else is important, but a system in which everybody is valued for their contribution and their uniqueness, because our creator is expressing our creator's self through all of us. So all of us are of equal value and importance. And we have to empower our children to create a society based on those principles. And we can do that when we take control of that which is in our hands, which is our means to communicate, share a thought. Thoughts produce the reality that we experience. So when we choose to think differently, we will experience life differently. And one,
Naimah,
yes, go ahead.
I'm great. I'm so grateful and full of appreciation. There is an organization called MuslimCom.com. And it was formed by young adults, 17, 18, 20, all the way up to 35. And they have organized a retreat for themselves in Dallas, Texas. The date escapes me now. Yes, they'll have fun, hiking or horseback, whatever. But there's a purpose to the meeting. And the purpose is to discuss and identify their purpose. These are young adults, and this motivation came from out of them, not from out of us. I call us graybeards. It didn't come from out of us. This is a motivation that came from out of them. And the one of the formulators of this retreat is a young man named Zaid Hamid. And praise be to Allah, he's from St. Louis. And him and his wife have put out a clarion call.
Wow.
To meet with, and the response has been tremendous.
That is fantastic.
That young adults are coming together to discuss purpose. Some of them are degreed, Some of them are well educated. Some of them hold powerful positions. I'm quite sure they have nice homes, double car, 3-car garage, and all of that. But that's not the purpose. They're questioning themselves. Okay, we have achieved, but what is our purpose? And that is what they are going to discuss. Purpose, a meaningful purpose. Their function, they have the educational equivalent. They have enough education to begin to construct a very essential need, and that is community life. Community life. They have the financial heft to actually bring to a material reality what we have been struggling with and hoping for, but let's face it, we didn't have the educational expertise. We didn't have the financial wherewithal to truly establish and build what we have been espousing. We need a healthy community life. We need an environment that offers safety and security to us and our children and our wives. So they have the income, they have the motivation that is coming from out of them to identify their purpose. Other than having a degree and all, that's fine. All of that is praise God for that, because education is very important. Knowledge is very important, very important. And they want to utilize their skills to enhance the environment that we all share and we all live in. And for me, this is like the answer of a prayer. I come from an era from out of the 60s and 70s. There are certain things certain goals that we have enunciated. The need of entrepreneurship, having control over the economics of the community in which we live. Everyone else is in our community selling to us. That's a shame. We should be ashamed of ourselves. So this is a national appeal, and young people are coming in large numbers to this retreat. And let's discuss these issues. What is our purpose? How come God blessed us to come into higher education, a higher level of income? What is our purpose? And a people without a purpose are just floating on the wind. Anywhere the media want to take you, they just blow, and there you go. But there's a purpose and there is a direction. And all races are invited. But let me say this: there is no group that needs this more than the African American community.
I agree. Absolutely.
So I'm so it came from out of them, from out of their hearts. Praise be to God for that. We didn't orchestrate this. We will, if they ask, we will advise. But we're not going to go in and take it over. Now, here's what you should do. Blah, 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 blah. And don't do this and don't. No. Go, sir, no. This is coming from them.
That's what
they have been taught well by us. They have heard you.
Yes.
They have heard you. They have heard us.
Yes.
And praise be to Almighty God. Something sparked it within their soul to look for a purpose connected to the advancement of human beings.
Yes.
It's wonderful. So that that's what we're aiming with AM 360. Let's all come together as a collective
Yeah.
Don't say, well, I won't call because I'm not Muslim, but you are valuable as a knowledgeable Christian. You are my brother.
Absolutely.
You have insights. You have gifts that humanity needs.
Yes.
Whatever your religious proclivity is, even whatever your race is, that's another thing. We do not want to exclude anyone.
Yes.
There are God conscious
Yes.
Caucasians.
Absolutely.
And they need what we're offering. We say, oh, these white people rich. The Caucasian is not rich. There are huge pockets of poverty in this country among people. The policies that we are suffering under, lack of proper medical care, lack of financial opportunity, education falling to the wayside. So we all, as citizens of this country and citizens on this global earth, we all have a contribution to make.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So that is why I'm grateful to be a part of American Muslim 360 and the community-wide Shura Conference so that we can exercise the group intellect.
Yes.
Everyone is intelligent. I'll stop right there, my sister.
Yes. Well, that is a powerful message. And of course, people can access American Muslim 360 at www.blogtalkradio.com/American Muslim 360, correct?
Yes, that's for real. And call in live to the studio.
Yes.
At 515-605-9891.
Yes.
You know, and actually, you can actually participate. You'll be live. We want to hear from you.
Yes, yes. So these
good listeners too.
Yes, we want to hear from you. We want you to hear from us, and we want to exchange ideas. And I love the understanding of collective work and responsibility, and being able to share knowledge with the group, because that's how each person contributes, and that's what makes it powerful. And when we see our young people. Yeah. Young, all of us used to be there at one point. That's where your energy is. That's where your vision is, because they know they're gonna be here in the future. So they want to plan for it and make sure it's the future that they want to experience. That's right. So we have to, as you say, allow them to take control of their own ideas and not think we got to tell them what to do, and because they've been
them around and all.
Yes, control everything. Let them be what God is making them, because the same God that inspired us is inspiring them. So trust God enough to let go and let God.
There we go. There we go. So
yes. We're going to take a quick break and come back with our guests. And we invite you to stick and stay. Don't stray away. You're listening to, if you're on the on-air radio network, and watching, if you're on our Facebook and YouTube channels, the Female Solution Global Radio TV Show. I'm Naimah Latif, along with our co-host Kareem Hamid, and we have always been joined by our American Muslim 360 channel every Wednesday to give us an opportunity to reach that global audience of people who are committed to the higher principles of love and kindness as expressed by our Creator. So we will be right back after these brief messages. So stay with us.
Hi, I'm Naimah Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs And our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, childcare services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating, empowering, interactive conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Gathering of the Griots with Asada. Wednesdays, Repairing Family Relationships with Naimah and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Veggie Brunch Live with Angela. Fridays, Health and Well-Being with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Global Talks with Zana. Second Saturday, Walk in Your Divine Authority with Mama Joy. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. Fourth Saturday, be a judge on the virtual Teens, Tweens, and Tots Talent Contest. And fifth Saturday, join us on location as we conversate at the Elevate Cafe, owner Jackie Brooks. Sundays, join us 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Go to thefemalesolution.com to join us on our video or audio live streaming platforms. Listen at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in on the Blog Talk Radio Network 515-605-9325 or call in and comment on the On Air Radio Network 727-731-5192. We want to hear from you.
Hi, I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naimah. We're three Black moms.
And in case you didn't notice the resemblance, we're also three sisters.
We're going to be coming to you every week, sharing our successes and our mistakes as we navigate our lives as moms, wives, sisters, daughters, and of course, Black women in today's world.
We'll talk about it all: race, politics, religion, economics, culture, and we'll take a look at everything from whether or not to use corporal punishment to how do you teach your children about sex.
Look for our upcoming book, Growing Up Charles. It's a personal story about our lives growing up in Maple Park on Chicago's South Side. I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naimah. We're three Black moms. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, 3 Black Moms.
Ọlọ́dún ló máa mọdún rẹ̀ lọ́dún. Fẹ́ àìtètè gbé tuntun dé. Yoruba 2024 Cultural Exchange Festival. Welcome to the 15th anniversary of the First Eye concert in the heart of Chicago. 2024 brings a celebration that speaks to the soul. We are diving deep into the roots of Yoruba heritage, exploring its global impact and vibrant spirit. From September 1st to September 6th, Chicago becomes a melting pot of culture and connection. Tí ọkùnrin, obìnrin, ọmọdé, àgbàlagbà á jọ wá papọ̀ láti ṣe àgbélárugẹ àṣà wa. I mean, whether you are a seasoned traveler or a curious explorer, there is something for you. Join us for immersive tours, thought-provoking discussions, and unforgettable performances. Àti pé nani nani. Feel the pulse of the city as we gather at the Malcolm X College Auditorium. A day filled with reading, style, and inspiration. On September 7th, we come together for a grand finale cultural award gala night, celebrating the incredible women who shape our world. Àgbájọ ọwọ́ báyìí la fi ń sọ̀yà, kémi gbé, kíwọ gbé.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating, empowering, interactive conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Gathering of the Griots with Asada. Wednesdays, Repairing Family Relationships with Naimah and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Veggie Brunch Live with Angela. Fridays, Health and Well-Being with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Global Talks with Zana. Second Saturday, Walk in Your Divine Authority with Mama Joy. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. Fourth Saturday, be a judge on the virtual Teens, Tweens, and Tots Talent Contest. And fifth Saturday, join us on location as we conversate at the Elevate Cafe, owner Jackie Brooks. Sundays, join us 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Go to thefemalesolution.com to join us on our video or audio live streaming platforms. Listen at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in on the Blog Talk Radio Network 515-605-9325 or call in and comment on the On Air Radio Network 727-731-5192. We want to hear from you.
Ọlọ́dún ló máa mọdún rẹ̀ lọ́dún. Fresh Eye to take me to today, Yoruba 2024 Cultural Exchange Festival. Welcome to the 15th anniversary of the First Eye concert in the heart of Chicago. 2024 brings a celebration that speaks to the soul. We are diving deep into the roots of Yoruba heritage, exploring its global impact and vibrant spirit. From September 1st to September 6th, Chicago becomes a melting pot of culture and connection. Tí ọkùnrin, obìnrin, ọmọdé, àgbàlagbà á jọ wá papọ̀ láti ṣe àgbélárugẹ àṣà wa. I mean, whether you are a seasoned traveler or a curious explorer, there is something for you. Join us for immersive tours, thought-provoking discussions, and unforgettable performances. Àti pé nani nani. Feel the pulse of the city as we gather at the Malcolm X College Auditorium. A day filled with reading, style, and inspiration. On September 7th, we come together for a grand finale cultural award gala night, celebrating the incredible women who shape our world. Àgbájọ ọwọ́ báyìí la fi ń sọ̀yà, kémi gbé, kíwọ gbé.
Yes, that is going to be a fantastic celebration, and we're so excited. And we are joined by the creator of that event. So we're excited because we get an opportunity to hear firsthand. And I'm going to ask my guest to move back a little bit from the camera, just a little bit, Brother Wole. Just need you to move back just a little bit. There you go. And there we go. Just a little bit. There we go. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we're excited because, as always, We bring international perspectives. And joining us center stage is our dear brother, Ambassador Wole Duro-Lapido. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. And we just saw a fantastic vision of the upcoming event. So tell us about First Eye Concept. What is that organization and what is your vision for creating it? Oh dear, we don't hear you. Wait a minute. We got some sound issues. Hold on. Yes, so before we do that, we're gonna one more time play the commercial that you just saw, and we'll see if we can fix our sound issues, and we'll be right back.
Ọlọ́dún ló máa mọdún rẹ̀ lọ́dún. First Eye to take me to today, Yoruba 2024 Cultural Exchange Festival. Welcome to the 15th anniversary of the First Eye concert in the heart of Chicago. 2024 brings a celebration that speaks to the soul. We are diving deep into the roots of Yoruba heritage, exploring its global impact and vibrant spirit. From September 1st to September 6th, Chicago becomes a melting pot of culture and connection. Tí ọkùnrin, obìnrin, ọmọdé, àgbàlagbà á jọ wá papọ̀ láti ṣe àgbélárugẹ àṣà wa. I mean, whether you are a seasoned traveler or a curious explorer, there is something for you. Join us for immersive tours, thought-provoking discussions, and unforgettable performances. Àti pé nani nani nani, owani la nani. Feel the pulse of the city as we gather at the Malcolm X College Auditorium. A day filled with reading, style, and inspiration. On September 7th, we come together for a grand finale cultural award gala night, celebrating the incredible women who shape our world. Àgbájọ ọwọ́ báyìí la fi ń sọ̀yà, kémi gbé, kíwọ gbé.
Okay, so yeah, that gave us a vision of what it is we're about to experience. And the week before, September 7th, it's going to be a fantastic week of celebration and events, and then culminating on September 7th with an awards presentation. And I'm grateful to be one of the awardees, and we're excited because we get a chance to participate with many women who are doing very noteworthy things around the world. Global women of substance that are being honored, and I'll be a part of that Yoruba Cultural Exchange Festival, the 2024 Yoruba Cultural Exchange Festival. And this is a creation of First Eye Concept, and Ambassador Wole Duro-Lapido is the creator of this very fabulous event, and we're grateful to be a part of it. And of course, we're inviting all those who can be in and around the Chicagoland area September 7th. Come on out to Malcolm X College Auditorium. Of course, the tickets are affordable for such a fabulous event. We want you to be there, and we're going to make sure we tell you how you can get your tickets. You've got some time, but we want to make sure you get them in enough time, because we got to make sure we order enough food for you. But anytime we can reach out to our global family is a blessing, because we definitely want to reiterate the importance of our one family. We are all one. And Ambassador Wole, we want to make sure we can hear you. So can you speak? And we'll see if we hear your sound. We still are not getting sound from you. So we need to figure out, go back out and come back in, hit leave studio, and then make sure it says that your microphone is connected. And yes, we definitely want to hear what he has to say as we learn more about this cultural exchange event that is scheduled for the upcoming Saturday, September 7th. And we have brought images to you of a number of cultural events. And one of the reasons why we do this, so that we can know that we are one global family. And we want everybody to appreciate the uniqueness that they bring to this world. And so this is why we are grateful to be a part of this process. So now let's see, do we have our sound back? We're going to see if we can make sure we hear our brother as he speaks and gives us some insight about this very very powerful event that we're looking forward to experiencing in September. And, one of the things that is important for us as a people to learn, because of the way our heritage was snatched so abruptly from us, is learning the many various cultures from which we originate. And the African continent is rich with a history that spans so many, many, many thousands of years. So when we look at our identity from the vision of that 300-year trauma, we're placing all of our beliefs in who we are in that very small period of time. And that's why it's so distorted. So we have to stop doing that. We are more than that traumatic experience.
Yes.
That was an experience, but we must let it go. It's like anything that happens to you that's traumatic. It doesn't define you. It's something you experienced, but you can overcome it when you realize that it's something that happened that may have caused you pain, but it didn't break you. So you know what your strengths are based on what you're able to overcome. So we need to see that as an experience that we were strong enough to overcome. And we need to stop reliving it and stop expecting other people to help us get over it, because they can't. Only we can. So let's see if we can get our brother. All right. Do we have a sound? All right. Oh, and we still cannot hear you. Okay, check your check the sound on your computer. All right. All right. So you can hear us, but we can't hear you at all. So we're going to figure that out. And what we may have to do is call you by phone. No, sir. We have a caller on the line. And what we're going to do, we're going to have you reach us. Hopefully the sound is not. But yes, I do hear Brother Kwame on the line.
Yes.
Yes. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give our guest a chance to call in 515. I'm sorry. Call us. You can stay there on the screen and we'll see. Hopefully the sound syncs up, but call us at 727-731-5192, and then your sound can come through our phone line. And that is something that we might be able to assist. Again, call us at 727-731-5192. That's 727. It's right there on the screen. 727-731-5192. And we'll bring you through our phone connection. That's why it's so good to have all these multiple connections. So just dial in 727-731-5192 for the Wole. Yes, 727-731-5192. And your sound will come through our phone system. In the meantime, we're going to talk to our caller on the line. And we so much appreciate you, Brother Kwame Sunhorse from Georgia, from the stolen lands. So, brother, thank you so much for joining us, and give us your thoughts today.
Assalamu alaikum, and greetings to the family. My thoughts of the day is I had a VA appointment yesterday, and this is my own personal thing because it's weighing heavy on my heart. And I did this to myself. I smoked for many, many years. And now they told me I have moderate COPD and I'll have to use inhalers and be on nebulizer. And I also have to deal with, I've got cataract surgery on both eyes. So therein lies the challenge of aging and the things in which I gave myself this lesson of not breathing and doing the right thing when I quit alcohol and drugs. And so now this lesson is that, okay, how important breathing is.
Oh, yes.
And so,
can't live without it.
Right. And that therein lies the lesson, and the Creator is gifted enough to allow me to have this challenge of breathing. But the part is that this is the lesson I had to learn by not quitting. When I quit my other addictions, I should have quit that also. So we have to learn by experience, or we can learn from reading, or we can learn from,
observation.
Life's experience, because things in our environment, things in our communities have challenges for us to see what to become or not to become. Because as a human being, what do we come here to be? And that's the challenge. We're born knowing right and wrong. We learn how to live in this space that we were raised in. So I'm grateful for this show because we get to discuss how we as a people are learning our lessons and what has happened, what did happen, and how we have to grow past all of those two things. So I thank you all for being there, and I'm hoping that, I'm not talking off topic.
Well, your health and well-being, the health and well of all of us, is never off topic. Praise be to Almighty God. Were you prescribed a nebulizer?
Yeah, a nebulizer and inhaler.
Yes.
So using that, I just finished the treatment this morning, get up. It's not that I have to, it's for if I get challenged with this breathing, I have an inhaler. I can do, but I can't do the strenuous things that I used to do. And so now is the challenge of learning new lessons and how to do things without overexerting my body. And I'm grateful to still have that opportunity because, I saw my mother struggle with asthma, and I saw her as I helped her take her last breath. So I know the importance of breath. But I'm just grateful to Almighty, Creator. He's allowed me to take this lesson that I've learned and to live with what has been shown to me about disrespecting our breathing ability.
Well, it's pardon me. It's something that we experience as part of the aging process. And what I always consult is the book by Louise Hay. I believe it's The Emotional Causes of Physical Illnesses. I'm not sure if that's the exact title of the book. But over time, our bodies manifest conditions that are based on the emotions we've held over a series of time. And every illness is connected to a specific emotion, and it attacks a certain part of the body. So this is why we have to be aware of our thoughts, because over time they will manifest into the physical illness that we experience as we age, as time has passed. So it's understood that anger, repressed anger that you're feeling over a period of time will manifest in cancer. And depending on the type of anger or the person you're angry at, it will manifest in a specific part of your body. And every illness, whether it's a breathing illness, and a lot of times breathing illnesses are connected to fear, because like when you get startled, catch your breath. Well, fear over time can manifest into breathing difficulties. There are a lot of others. I haven't memorized all of them, but Louise Hay was a master at researching and understanding how we manifest physical illnesses because of our emotions that we hold over a period of time. So whatever is manifesting in your body as you age, it's an indication of what you've been experiencing and how it's been affecting you emotionally. And when we know the science of this, then it will even change our medical profession so that we're not treating symptoms of an illness. We're actually treating the cause, which is the emotions. That's why, people who go on various diets, if they've been struggling with obesity and they keep dieting and it never works, well, there's an emotional reason for overeating, like if you're stressed about something or, struggling with self-esteem issues and all of that. If you are able to address the cause, then you can eliminate the effect. So this is all a part of what we're evolving to as a species. So in the future, we can stop creating so many negative emotions by these systems that we have that hurt people, that make people feel like their survival is in danger. And this is the whole purpose of changing the way we think, because the things that we experience, if you are constantly in a state of distress, and we know that high blood pressure and all those things manifest as a result of distress, you're going to be sick. By the time you age, you're going to be sick. So this is why we want to change the world. This is why we have these programs. This is why we share the knowledge. This is why we empower our young people, because we have to change the world that's making us sick by constantly keeping us in a state of distress over not being able to survive. And when we change that, we will see that we're living longer and living healthier. because we're not living decade after decade after decade in a state of stress, worrying about if we're going to have enough food to eat, we're going to have a roof over our head, worrying about if we're going to be constantly humiliated every time we come among people, worrying about if we're going to be deprived of basic necessities. Having to live like that will kill you over time. It will cause you to age in a way that around the systems in your body. So this is why everything must change, and it must be based on love and not fear. Fear is what makes you sick over time. And this is why we talk about taking control of the information that we put out so that people can stop watching fear-based programming that gets them upset after they turn off the TV, turn off the radio, turn off the computer, turn off the cell phone, whatever. They're so upset because of what they just saw that they chose to see. They chose to watch, the police officer that beat the person to death, or they chose to watch the crowd that tore up the city. They chose to watch the riots. They chose to watch the war and the shooting and blowing up little children. They chose to watch these distressing things. And now they're in a state of emotional distress and their bodies are affected. We're saying, yes, there are things that are happening that people are doing that are unpleasant, but there are more powerful things happening that are pleasant, that are joyful, that are loving, that are kind. Let's choose to share that information, because that is healing. That is empowering. That gives you the physical energy and rejuvenation that will keep you healthy. So choose to put your energy, your focus, your attention on that which makes you feel good and makes you feel empowered, not what makes you feel distressed and disempowered. It does affect your health over time. So I advise you to look up the book Louise Hay. I've got the beginnings of a cataract in my right eye. I'm choosing to change my thought, because my understanding is a cataract in the right side means the future, the left side means the past. So the right side means that over time I have feared what was going to happen in the future, and it's manifesting in my eye. What I see, if I don't see a clear future, then the physical manifestation is a cataract in the right eye. So what I must do is constant affirmations. I see a bright future. I see a bright future. And that changing of thought over time, I believe, will dissolve this cataract. Now, I'm not saying that just don't go get the surgery, because do what you feel like you need to do. I'm saying I'm choosing to do this, to remove the cataract from my right eye. And it might take, if it took 10 years for it to manifest because of the negative thought, then I have to give it at least 10 years to unmanifest by using positive thought. That's how I'm seeing it. So our brother here is working on getting his computer sound so that we can hear the wonderful work that he is doing.
Naimah, what you just shared with us is it's science for real.
Yes.
We have what's called the central nervous system. Central nervous system. And our nerves are interconnected. The nerves affects every organ in the body. Well, I said, okay. So if the nerves are affected, like fear, trauma, survival mode, always on survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
The nerve is an intricate internet messaging system.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is a messaging system. And it sends messages from one nerve, from one part of the body to the other. So how we feel about a thing affects our nerves, always jittery, always suspicious, always on survival mode, always confronted with shown things that are distasteful. Well, that has a negative effect.
It has an effect.
Our central nervous system.
Yes, it does. It has an effect. And
It
and when we know the science of that, then we can make decisions that purposely affect it. We got to take one last break. We're going to come back with Ambassador Wole, and we will be right back after this quick break. So stick and stay. And our Monday morning mindfulness host from the Higher Learning Network TV show says, "Grand Rising, beautiful teachers." So good to see Imam Kareem on camera, as well as Mr. Wole. And we'll be back with our guests in just one moment after this quick break. So stick and stay. Don't stray away. We will be right back after this quick break, and we will be with Ambassador Wole Duro-Lapido and the 2024 Yoruba Cultural Exchange Festival happening at Malcolm X College, Saturday, September 7th. So we'll be right back after this quick break. And of course, we want you, if you are watching us live on our Facebook and YouTube channels, we want you to make sure you share this show so everybody can be in the know. We'll be right back. So just stay with us.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating, empowering, interactive conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Gathering of the Griots with Asada. Wednesdays, Repairing Family Relationships with Naimah and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Veggie Brunch Live with Angela. Fridays, Health and Well-Being with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Global Talks with Zana. Second Saturday, Walk in Your Divine Authority with Mama Joy. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. Fourth Saturday, be a judge on the virtual Teens, Tweens, and Tots Talent Contest. And fifth Saturday, join us on location as we conversate at the Elevate Cafe, owner Jackie Brooks. Sundays, join us 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Go to thefemalesolution.com to join us on our video or audio live streaming platforms. Listen at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in on the Blog Talk Radio Network 515-605-9325 or call in and comment on the On Air Radio Network 727-731-5192. We want to hear from you.
Ọlọ́dún ló máa mọdún rẹ̀ lọ́dún. Fẹ́ àìtètè gbé tuntun dé. Yoruba 2024 Cultural Exchange Festival. Welcome to the 15th anniversary of the First Eye concert in the heart of Chicago. 2024 brings a celebration that speaks to the soul. We are diving deep into the roots of Yoruba heritage, exploring its global impact and vibrant spirit. From September 1st to September 6th, Chicago becomes a melting pot of culture and connection. Tí ọkùnrin, obìnrin, ọmọdé, àgbàlagbà á jọ wá papọ̀ láti ṣe àgbélárugẹ àṣà wa. I mean, whether you are a seasoned traveler or a curious explorer, there is something for you. Join us for immersive tours, thought-provoking discussions, and unforgettable performances. Àti pé nani, owanila nani. Feel the pulse of the city as we gather at the Malcolm X College Auditorium. A day filled with reading, style, and inspiration. On September 7th, we come together for a grand finale cultural award gala night, celebrating the incredible women who shape our world. Àgbájọ ọwọ́ báyìí la fi ń sọ̀yà, kémi gbé, kíwọ gbé.
We are looking forward to being a part of that celebration. We are so honored to be one of the honorees, and we're going to bring on our guests to tell us more about First Eye Concept and this celebration. Welcome to the show, Ambassador Wole Duro-Lapido. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, I think you can hear
Oh,
me now.
yes,
Hey,
your illustrious
We
voice.
just have to make it happen.
That's right. Make it happen.
Yes, I want to welcome all our viewers to this great session, and I want to thank the presenter and all the guests on the program this morning. You are highly welcome. My name is Ambassador Wole Duro-Lapido. I'm the convener and the founder of First Eye Concept. This is a non-profit organization that came up 15 years ago. Actually, this year is going to mark our 15th year anniversary. So what do? We promote global peace through cultural exchange festival, lectures, symposium, workshop, and cultural festival. And we have been everywhere. We have traveled far and near, close to Africa, Brazil, uh, Europe. And what do? We bring people together from different cultural backgrounds, and we talk about how we can live and coexist peacefully among ourselves all over the world. You know, the world is a small global village now, and a lot of people even travel. They will be in the airplane, they will not even talk to themselves till they get to their destination. That is wrong. We have to see how we appreciate ourselves, no matter what part of the background. We have to create that kind of peace and see how we can relate with ourselves, how we can benefit ourselves, both morally and educationally. And we want to believe that this will make the whole world safe for all of us. So that is about First Eye Concept.
First Eye Concept.
Bringing people together to promote global peace. Nobody is going to appreciate us but ourselves.
Absolutely.
So we look around us and try to recognize some personalities who have been doing great in our community. There are a lot of them who doesn't make noise, but they are doing so really great. And that's what we've been doing for the past 15 years. So this year is going to be a very, very special one because we are recognizing our global women of substance. We know what is going on around the world now, that the women are really taking a very high stand position in making sure that they contribute into the development of what is going on around all over the world. So this year, we're going to be having the 2024 Yoruba Cultural Exchange Festival in Chicago at the Great Malcolm X College. It's going to be a 2-day event. The first day is going to be on the 6th of September, where we're going to be having a symposium, an educational section with the students. At the same time, we're going to be having a section whereby we're going to have the panels that will be discussing about the impact of women in raising our children from the far Africa to the diaspora. So we'll be having some panels that will be talking about that. Then the Saturday on the 7th of September is going to be the great finale of the festival for this year. And we're going to be having an award evening, and it's going to be a very great one. A lot of our great global women of substance will be honored. And we want everybody to be there to enjoy ourselves, enjoy the cultural display, and to witness this year grand finale of Yoruba Cultural Exchange Festival. And I'm proud to let you know that our presenter is going to be one of the honorees on that day. And I mean, I don't need to talk much about how a lot of people knows what he has been doing in our community. And we are proud that he's part of our honorees this year. So we're looking forward to receive a lot of us there and come and have a new experience and cultural rejuvenation all over the world and see how we appreciate ourselves culturally. Thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you. We're excited to be part of the Yoruba Cultural Exchange Festival for 2024 and probably be one of the honorees, and certainly hope that the work that we've done locally, nationally, and globally has made a difference. And we're looking forward to meeting the other women of substance
Yes.
that are also doing major things. And I think, you know, the workshop you all are having, the work that you're doing, and you talk about the importance of raising children.
Yes.
That really is important, and we see what happens when we don't do it well.
Mm-hmm.
The world suffers. I
Yes.
think, and I'm grateful that you're addressing this, because one of the things that has happened over time is that women have kind of minimized the role of motherhood and being that anchor in the household, and they've allowed themselves to be made to feel like if they're just doing that, if they're not doing careers, or if they're not having some high powered title, that they're not successful. Well, you
Yeah.
can do both, but I think once you have a child, that's got to be your first priority, and you have to have the support system of your family and your community in order to be able to do it well. So that's one of the things that we look to change in the future, the way we support women who have children so that they can do that job without being under stress and not feeling like they might lose the roof over their head, or uh, be in some way not allowed to have good health care while they're in the process of, pre-birth and during the birth and all those things. And then afterwards, when they've got an infant that needs them 24 hours a day, and not have uh, employers or people who are taking care of them give them the time they need to properly do that job. And so I think that's a very necessary focus to have for women. And we need to talk about that. We need to talk about how we have been perhaps misled into what's important in defining who we are. That is one of the
Yes.
things.
I want to say one or two things about that, because when we pick that topic, we just discovered that nowadays we're not saying education is not good. Education is great. But the way we relate with our kids, the way we communicate with our young ones, we need to improve more on it. Especially our young ones now rely more on Google.
Mm.
They don't communicate with their parents anymore. Their mother, they don't communicate. Whenever they have a question, instead of them to have a native intelligence of knowledge from home, from their mothers, all they do is to go to Google, and they Google it out. And whatever Google tells them, that's what they do.
Right. That's sad,
I'm
isn't it?
telling you. And even to the extent that when you try to correct them and say something, they will say, okay, give me a minute, mom. Then they will go to Google. Whatever Google tells them is what they're going to tell you back there. But Google did not tell me that.
That's
Oh,
sad. Google
and that
is the
is
new
what
parent.
yes, that Google had taken the place of our parents. And that's what exactly we want to discuss on that panel table. That how can we really improve our communications with our children, that they will not feel hurt, they will not feel bad about it, but to let them know that we're not saying Google is not good, but there are certain things that you really need to be taught at home. You need to understand at home that Google ain't going to tell you that. Never. It's not going to tell you the way it's going to be. It might show you the educational part of it, but when the chips are down, that you need to use your moral intelligence, Google will not teach you any moral intelligence.
Ooh.
It's not going to happen. So those are the things, and we're looking forward to have a lot of students That'll be the audience on that Friday. So, and a lot of students from Macomest College will be attending also on that Friday, and we're looking forward to that session too. And that's part of what First Eye Concept brings to the table.
That's excellent. Now we got to make sure we let people know how they can get tickets. So we're going to put that on the screen. So tell us how they can purchase their tickets, because they need.
Now the good news about that, you know, I told you we're a non-profit organization. The first day is going to be free.
Wonderful.
That Friday at the Macomest College, 5 o'clock, is going to be free to everybody, because it's an educational section whereby we want our people to come and exchange their ideas and learn. But the Saturday, which is going to be the grand finale and the award evening, that is the one that we have to pay, you know, to come into that great auditorium. And we can get our, you know, ticket from, we can do a cash app to First Eye Inc. Then we can do a Zelle to the number 708-551-8407. Then we can get our ticket right at the gate there, which is going to be $50 at the gate. But if we want to come in as a group of 8 on a seat, that one will be $750 as a group. And you're going to enjoy, you know, a lot of things coming in as a group, because we want to encourage people to come in as a group so that you can be together on a seat. But if you want to come in, you know, as an individual, you can get your ticket on Cash App, $50 First Eye Inc. Then you can do Zelle, you know, to the number 708-551-8407. So, or if you come to the door, you can get your ticket at the door too. So,
and that Zelle number again was 708-551-8407. All right.
Yes.
All right. So we want to make sure that we give people all of the ways they can go, and that's the correct number, right?
Yes.
But we want you all to pause for a moment. Go to your phone right now if you're watching on phone, or if you're on your computer, whatever, you know, grab your phone and get your tickets now, because, you know, with awards, when they're serving food, they need to know how many people are eating.
And I need to let people know. I need to let people know this. We'll be expecting a lot of people from different parts of the world, walks of life. People will be coming in from Brazil. People will be coming in from Nigeria. People will be coming from Ireland. You know, and people will be coming in from Mexico too. So it's going to be a well-attended event that will cut across. You know, that will cut across. And we're going to be having vendors too. We're going to be having a vendor space. You know, if you want to vend, you're interested in vending, for the 2 days, it's going to be $500.
So
Friday, Saturday.
How do they reach you if they are a vendor and they want to?
Yeah, they can reach through the email. If you want to vendor, you can reach through the email firstic@gmail.com. I think our presenter has that email address. So you can email and talk to somebody. They will get back to you to know what you want to vend, and you take the discussion up. If you don't want to do the 2 days, you want to do only 1 day, they will make that arrangement with you. So if you have any educational materials you want to get across to the students on Friday, you can do the vending on Friday. And if you have any other things you want to get to the public on Saturday, you can do that.
Is that correct? Is that email correct?
Yeah, firstic@gmail.com. Yes.
Yeah. So if you got a product, and you're talking about a global audience, you get a chance. If you've been trying to figure out how to make some global connections with your products, this is
yes.
You need to email.
Yes. And another tip, we're going to be having on our stand the people that does this solar energy. The solar energy company will be coming to talk to people about how it operates and how you can even get it easily without any stress. And that day, you'll be chance to be given a discount on how you can get a solar to your house or to your business places. So those are the things we're going to benefit. And we could be having some companies too that they do the medical hospice and make sure that our old ones are okay. We'll be having them on ground too, that we have their consultant that will talk to us, give us a contact on how we can benefit from that services of hospice for our old ones, And these are the things that we Black community needs to be engaging ourselves in to benefit from our own different businesses. So all those avenues will be there.
Absolutely. Well, that sounds like something all you all need to be at. We just got through talking about the effects of aging and your health care. Be there so that you can talk to some healthcare professionals. Cash App, $50. The First Eye Inc. That's FIRSTEYEINC. Period. Is it the period on the end for the Cash App? Is it First Eye Inc?
Yes, First Eye Inc.
All right.
They're gonna put the $S before the First Eye. So for the Cash App, you will see it with $X, then First Eye Inc. I think that's how Cash App is being spelled. You put the $, then First Eye Inc.
Okay, we want to make sure you all do it right.
Yes, you got it. You got it. So
all right.
For Zelle, it's just going to be the number. And anybody who wishes to write a check on that day for anything, then it's going to be First Eye Inc. First Eye Inc. That is the business name for the check to be written.
Right. Well, we prefer you all to send cash ahead because, checks take a while to clear the bank.
Yes.
So,
yes. And I tell people, reserve your seat now.
Yes.
Because if you're waiting till a few days, when the seat is occupied, there's nothing we can do.
Right. You'd be sitting way in the back or have to stand up against the wall and,
reserve your seat now. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a fabulous event, and it's a chance to do some serious international networking, a chance to meet people who can give you some information that you can use for life. And it's also a chance to be in the presence of people who are making things happen. So you can see a different view of the world. People are making things happen and they're making the world better. And you need to know who they are so you can become one of them and be a part of the global family that is making the world better. So, we thank you so much for being with us today. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice being with you at the program. And I want to thank you, the producer, the presenter. You are doing so great because your program is is going everywhere. And a lot of people coming in, commenting about it. So keep it up. That's a nice one.
Well, thank you so much for giving us a chance to expound on what we do and being one of your honorees. We are so grateful. And well, thank you so much. If you can fly into Chicago, brother, we feel free to do that. I got to have all my crew there. We got to have at least a table full of all of our wonderful communicators that help us do this work every day.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you who've joined us, and we appreciate you. Join us tomorrow for Veggie Brunch Live. And of course, the rest of the week, you've seen our lineup. We've got so much happening every day, and we look forward to you being a part of the solution. So until tomorrow, continue to shine your light.
Thank you.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, Ngiyabonga. Senegal, Jaref. Kenya, Asante. Israel, Toda. Pakistan, Shukriya. Afghanistan, Tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.